Hello, my name is Rick Cassidy, and I am representing the team that built FlexiShelter. This team comprises of myself, Aleksander Bearden, John Morrow, Timothy Convery, and Ryan Convery. When we constructed our shelter, we kept in mind the idea of minimizing the amount of materials that we would be using in order to keep the shelter as cost effective as possible. Our materials consisted of cardboard, polyurethane, Gorilla Tape, Loctite Power Grab, and Polywall. Our shelter is a weatherproof, collapsible housing unit. Because this unit is collapsible, it also maximizes its portability. The building process for this shelter began by the usage of cardboard. Notably, cardboard is a great insulator as it holds in a substantial amount of warmth for anybody staying inside the shelter. We started by folding two pieces of cardboard, one piece being the roof and one piece serving as the walls and the back wall and floor. Then once we secured them together using Gorilla Tape, while also making sure that the shelter could bend, the top, backside, and bottom were covered with a coat of polyurethane to make it waterproof. The sides were then reinforced with polywall, a substance used for structural integrity and also weatherproofing. The front was left open to allow easy access into the shelter, but the front wall can also be folded up to close off the shelter and increase insulation. One main problem that we are solving is the homelessness in the world. In our home city of Philadelphia specifically, the Philadelphia Office of Homelessness Services states that about 5,700 are considered to be homeless in the city, which includes about 950 who are unsheltered every day. That being said, Philadelphia has the lowest number of street homeless per capita of any of the largest cities in the US. Although Philadelphia has the lowest amount of unsheltered homeless per capita, it may not seem like a big issue. That being said, it still affects the lives of hundreds of people in the Philadelphia area that may go unnoticed due to other pressing matters in the government of Philadelphia. Therefore, our goal was to make a portable and cost effective shelter for those in need who may be overlooked. While other portable housing does exist, there are many negatives that accompany those as well. Firstly, normal slope tents decrease interior space. Secondly, repairing current models can be very difficult when they are damaged due to weather or other damages. Also, portable housing can be very expensive and the units can be very heavy. Tents in the modern day can be up to $1,000 per tent. One final negative was noticed is that they can require multiple people to set up and are usually very complicated. FlexiShelter improves on the current housing unit in many ways. When compared to that of average tents, the FlexiShelter is less harmful to the environment. Metal and cloth from current portable housing units cannot be recycled the same as effectively as cardboard and polywall can. The manufacturing of a normal 3.5 kilogram tent emits the equivalent of as much as 25 kilograms of carbon dioxide. That is about the same amount of carbon dioxide that is released when a car drives 100 miles. The cost of the Flexi Shelter against average tent companies is also significantly cheaper. The weight for portability of the Flexi Shelter is also significantly less than that of tents as well. Some tents can weigh up to 7.5 pounds. Our Flexi Shelter only weighs about 4 pounds, which is almost half of what average tents weigh. Additionally, the speed of setup and installation is greater with the Flexi Shelter. Flexi Shelter's setup only takes one person and can be done within maximum of 2 minutes. This is scientifically proven as this is also the insulation is scientifically proven as cardboard serves as an amazing insulator, opposed to that of cloth. Lastly, in recyclability, the Flexi Shelter wins once again, as opposed to the average tent, because unlike the tent, the Flexi Shelter is almost entirely recyclable. Here are some videos to show how our Flexi Shelter works. As you can see, even in the harsh, icy, and snowy conditions that we're experiencing in Philadelphia, FlexiShelter still works to maximum ease of access and is protected from all of the weather aspects. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope that you take into consideration FlexiShelter when picking a winner for this Blue Ocean competition.